you announced that, just say Channel 34
Okay.
is in disrepair.
Okay.
We're waiting on an upgrade.
Okay, thank you. Township of Fairfield Mayor and Council meeting of March 25th, 2024 will come to order at 7:02. The meeting is being broadcast on channels 34 and 43. However, channel 34 is under repair, and if you go to our new YouTube channel, the Township of Fairfield, Essex, I think you'll be pleased. It works real well. Please stand, join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor, notice of this meeting is in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 of the laws of 1975, and has been given by posting a notice of the scheduled dates and change in meeting time of all the conference and regular meetings of the mayor and council of the Township of Fairfield on the bulletin board in the municipal building and in the office of the municipal clerk, and by serving notice thereof to the Progress and Herald newspaper on December 21st, 2023.
Thank you, Denise. Please call the roll.
Councilman McGlynn.
Here.
Councilman Campisi.
Here.
Council President Cifelli.
Here.
Mayor Galise.
Here. Public comment on agenda items. Anybody from the public wishing to comment on anything referable to the agenda tonight, please come forward, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, will close that portion. Communications. I have some communications from the police department. The Snowball. On March 3rd, several police officers from Fairfield participated in the Snowball. It's a flag football tournament played at MetLife Stadium to benefit the New Jersey Special Olympics. Our officers raised $3,000 to benefit the charity. Unfortunately, our Fairfield team went 0-3. You didn't have to put that in. That was probably because of RJ, right? Okay. Steak and Scotch Night. The Fairfield Police Foundation will be holding a Steak and Scotch Night dinner at the Franklin Steakhouse on Thursday, April 25th, 2024, coinciding with the NFL Draft Night. Anyone interested in more information can contact Lieutenant R.J. Casandino at the Police Department. All proceeds benefit the Fairfield Police Foundation. The ALPR, which is the license plate readers, on March 12th, Congresswoman Mickey Sherrill announced that 17 Essex County municipalities in the 11th Congressional District, including Fairfield, will be sharing $963,000 to help fund the purchase of automatic license plate readers as part of a comprehensive joint law enforcement plan to help battle auto theft in Essex County. Fairfield should be receiving approximately $56,000. That's great news. Distracted Driving Awareness Month. It's a deadly epidemic on our roads. Cell phone use, specifically texting, talking, and social media use, has become the most common distraction. April is designated as Distracted Driving Awareness Month. During a portion of Distracted Driving Awareness Month from April 3rd through the 10th, you may see increased law enforcement on the roadways as part of the national paid media campaign, You Drive, You Text, You Pay. This campaign reminds drivers of the deadly dangers and legal consequences, including fines, of texting behind the wheel. And that's all I have for the police department. The library board, I really don't have anything tonight for the library, so. Council President Cifelli.
Thank you, Mayor. From Finance Department, water and sewer bills will go out on Thursday and are due for May 1st. The Blue Books, the senior tax freeze, also known as the PCRs. I just wanted to bring everyone's attention to the fact that the PCR limits have been greatly increased for 2023. The limit is at $163,050. Should your gross income tax be lower than that number, and over the course of 2023, you were at least 65 years old, you should be receiving a PCR booklet. If you don't, we have ordered them, we don't have them yet, in the tax office. So stay in touch with the tax office and we'll provide you with one. OEM, well, I guess everybody knows we did take a hell of a rainstorm on Saturday. The final number was at 2.35 inches, just minor flooding in one of the commercial areas. Thank goodness the river was down at 16 before the rain event. The river crested today at 19.3 and hopefully on its way down again. One last thing. Since Councilman LaForgia isn't here, I just want to mention this weekend is Fairfield Recreation's annual Easter egg hunt and pictures with the Easter Bunny. It will be held on Saturday at the Fairfield Recreation Complex, the turf field, from 10 a.m. till 11 a.m. If you have a preschooler through second graders, you're all welcome to attend. Bags will be supplied for the children to collect their eggs. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome, Mayor.
Councilman McGlynn?
Okay, thank you, Mayor. The DPW is preparing for their annual maintenance of the fields and getting the parks in order. The volunteer fire department, since our last meeting, responded to 40 calls. And this past Sunday, they had their annual pancake breakfast. It was tremendous. I was there myself with different family members, and I could see everybody that was there had a great time. And my hat's off to them also in that regard. No matter what they do, they seem to do it well. So that's my report. And
Okay, thank you, Michael. Councilman Campese?
Thank you, Mayor. So the Municipal Alliance Committee will be meeting this Wednesday, March 27th at 7 p.m. We have a few events that are coming up in the next few months. The Police Unity Tour kickoff is going to be Wednesday, May 8th. The Senior Luncheon is going to be Wednesday, May 15th. And Movies in the Park is going to be Friday, June 14th. And the last item is National Night Out is going to be Tuesday, August 6th. We'll follow up next meeting with the times. We will also have lead program graduation, and that's going to be either May 20th or May 21st. And the Environmental Commission, I have no new updates. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Peter. I'm glad to see the movies are coming back anyway. Okay, approval of the February 26, 2024 regular minutes. May I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Councilman Campese,
Second.
Councilman Cifelli.
Councilman Campese,
Aye.
Council President Cifelli,
Aye.
Councilman McGlynn,
no vote.
Mayor Galise.
Aye. Okay, we have a first reading and hearing of ordinance number 2024-06. It's an ordinance to fix salaries and other compensation of the municipal officers and employees of the Township of Fairfield. May I have a motion to introduce ordinance 2024-06?
So moved.
Councilman Campese,
Second.
Councilman McGlynn.
Councilman Campese,
Aye.
Councilman McGlynn,
Aye.
Council President Cifelli,
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye, and the second reading will be?
April 22nd.
April 22nd. Okay. The consent agenda, Administration Department resolutions, authorizing signature on memorandum of agreement with the Township of Fairfield and the American Federation of State, County, Municipal Employee, New Jersey Council 52, Local 2, 2192A. C, authorization for salary adjustments of all non-union employees for the calendar years 2024, 2025, and 2026. D, approval of a stipend for Desiree Janicelli on the Tax Collection Department. E, authorization for a salary adjustment for Gordon Stelter in the Finance Department. F, authorization for a salary adjustment for Stephen Burry, Township Engineer and Floodplain Manager. G, authorization for a salary adjustment for Joe Presbolinski, our Fire Marshal. H, authorization for a salary adjustment for Maria Agostini, the Busy Hands Assistant Teacher. I, authorization for a title change and salary adjustment for Rosalie Champy, Finance Department. J, authorization for a salary adjustment for John McCluskey, Chief Finance Officer, Treasurer, and Tax Collector. K, authorization for Michael Bottinger to be part-time bus driver for the Township of Fairfield. L, authorization to accept the letter of resignation of Mary Jane Parr as Administrative Assistant in the Administration Department effective April 1st, 2024. Yeah, we're sorry to see her go, but she's going to have a new endeavor when she moves to Florida. M, authorization to transfer Jody Barroso to a full-time confidential administrative assistant to the Township Administrator and Mayor effective March 18th, 2024. N, authorization to amend Resolution Number 2015-523 relating to Dolores Barnes in municipal court. O, authorization to amend the contract for municipal prosecutor Joseph Catanero Jr. for the year 2024. P, authorization to amend Resolution Number 2017-387 relating to the hiring of Isabel Russo as part-time secretary in the Recreation Department to as-needed employee in the Recreation Department. Q, authorization to amend Resolution 2022-519 relating to the hiring of Pedro Velarde in the Recreation Parks Maintenance. R, approving the West Essex First Aid Squad Certified LoSAP list for the year 2023. S, authorization to renew the 6-month contract for telephone systems maintenance with Xtel Communications in the amount of $2,325. T, authorizing the execution of an agreement with Verizon New Jersey to permit the installation of closed-circuit television cameras on certain utility poles located in the township. U, authorization to renew a cooperative agreement with Educational Data Services in the amount of $2,100. V, authorization to solicit a request for proposals for professional services for the 2024 annual certification for community rating system. W, authorization to purchase one 2024 Ford Explorer from Nielsen Ford of Morristown in the amount of $48,474.10. X, authorization to return a municipal cannabis application. Engineering Department resolutions. Y, authorization to solicit bids for Fairfield Township road resurfacing. Z, authorization to solicit bids for the reconstruction of Gloria Lane.
Mayor, may I interject a minute?
Sure.
When you were doing the consent agenda, when we got to W, we were tabling that one, which is correct. That's why you skipped over it. But I think you have to stay with the letters that are in front of it.
Okay, because
Okay.
when I took it out, it created a problem, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're tabling W till the next meeting or so, and then just continue on with the Ford Explorer was X, the cannabis application was Y, and
Got it.
Z was the township road resurfacing, and double A was Gloria Lane, and then just continue on from there, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
So double B, resolution accepting a road opening bond. Is that right? Did I do that right?
Correct.
Did I jump
Yes.
that? Okay. Number 77661-94432 from Foresight Environmental Probe in the amount of $3,550. Double C, in the Finance Department, approval of the 2022 Corrective Action Plan. Double D, authorizing 2023 appropriation reserve transfers from NJS 40A:4-59. Double E, authorizing an increase to the 2024 temporary budget. Double F, authorizing, this is the Fire Department Resolution, double F, authorization to renew a service contract for ESI equipment in the amount of $3,289. Double G, authorization to purchase gear and equipment from Whitmer Public Safety Group in the amount of $12,855. Double H, authorization to purchase equipment and supplies from New Jersey Fire Equipment Company in the amount of $3,453.41. Municipal Alliance Committee Resolution, where am I?
Did you
J,
have a
double J.
I?
Oh, okay, double I is still authorization to purchase fire hose from Municipal Energy Services in the amount of $11,119.94. Municipal Alliance Committee Resolution double J, authorization to submit the Governor's Council on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse grant for the year 2025. Police Department Resolution double K, authorization to upgrade and purchase various software from LawSoft in the amount of $28,150. Double L, authorization for the Police Department to purchase supplies from Stryker in the amount of $2,164.90. Double M, authorization to purchase medical supplies for vehicle medical bags from V.E. Ralph & Son in the amount of $2,812.14. Double N, authorization to renew mobile routers agreement with PMC Associates in the amount of $4,089.60. Double O, authorization to purchase equipment from CDWG in the amount of $1,515. Double P, authorizing the purchase of graphics and details for police vehicles number 430 and 431 from Advanced Graphics in the amount of $1,583. Double Q, authorization to accept the proposal from USC Building Commissioning Services for work to be performed in the Police Department building. Double R, authorization to accept the proposal from Train for work to be performed in the Police Department building. Public Works Resolutions double S, authorization to purchase various specialized signs from National Highway Products in the amount of $3,244.34. Double T, authorization to purchase tires for ladder number 1 from Barnwell House of Tires in the amount of $3,141.78.
Bill?
Bill, you're
I
up.
think
Did I
this
skip
you
one?
skipped one, yeah.
Double T is actually
Double
the
T.
National
Traffic
Highway
barrels.
Products.
Oh, okay, double T, authorization to purchase traffic barrels from National Highway Products in the amount of $3,797.50. W is authorization to purchase tires for ladder 1 from Barnwell House of Tires in the amount of $3,141.78. Double V, authorization to repair Parks Truck number 536 from Route 23 Auto Mall in the amount of $2,032.59. Double W, authorization to rent equipment for the township pool demolition from Herc Rentals in the amount of $1,981. Recreation Department Resolutions double X.
wait,
No.
No.
No, go back one.
Okay. Double X is authorization to amend Resolution 2024-70 for union contract step grade and step raise and grade change to Ronald Barrington effective 1/18/2024. Now we go to Recreation Department Resolution double Y, authorization to hire Steve's Tree Service for tree removal at Recreation Complex and Summit Park in the amount of $4,500. Double Z, authorization to hire Arbor Care Tree Service for tree removal at the Recreation Complex in the amount of $345.75. Triple A, authorization to approve the Fairfield Recreation Baseball, Softball registration fees in the amount of $120 for the 2024 spring season. Triple B, authorization to purchase computer equipment for the Recreation Department from CDWG in the amount of $550. Double C, authorization to amend Resolution 2024-113 for union contract step raise and grade change to Nick Scrivo, effective 1/13/2024. Tax collector resolutions, triple D through triple X. Is that right?
Yep.
That's correct.
Right.
As stated on the agenda. If there are no comments or corrections, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as stated?
So moved.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Second.
Council President Cifelli?
Aye.
Councilman Campese?
Aye.
Councilman McGlynn?
Aye.
Mayor Galise?
Aye.
Mayor, if I may just interject for a
Yes.
moment. As you well know, our administrative assistant, who we just voted in the consent agenda, is leaving us. She's starting a new chapter down in Florida. We wish her well. She's been with us with me for 13 years, and with you, of course, for the past few. And she's done a wonderful job. She's really on top of things. Joe Catanero had her before me, and she really keeps us well organized and going in the right direction and doing the things that we need to do and keeping us in touch with things so it doesn't fall through the cracks. So, of course, we wish her all the best in her next chapter, and may she have many happy and healthy years down there with her husband and, you know, just, you know.
No, I agree. She's, me coming into this new, she's really helped me out significantly. So I appreciate everything she does. She's, like you said, she's always on top of things. She keeps me informed where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to do, what I'm supposed to sign. So, yeah, we do wish her well.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, Councilman Cifelli, please read the certification of funds into the record.
Okay. Mr. McCluskey, our Chief Financial Officer, has certified that the funds are available. I'd like to make a motion to pay the bills with the exception of 24-00274 in the amount of $5,699,144.10.
Second.
Council President Cifelli?
Aye.
Councilman Campese?
Aye.
Councilman McGlynn?
Aye.
Mayor Galise?
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion to pay bill number 24-00274.
Second.
Council President Cifelli?
Aye.
Councilman McGlynn?
Aye.
Councilman Campese?
Aye.
Mayor Galise?
No vote. Okay. That will bring us to written communications. I did receive something today. That was a really nice surprise. In the afternoon, I got an email from our Senator Corrado, Assemblyman DePhillips, and Assemblyman Barlis regarding communications and meetings that myself and Jim have had in the past having to do with the flooding that we experienced and what needs to be done maybe to alleviate a little bit of it. I'm going to read the letter verbatim, and then we can talk a little bit. We have seen the devastating impact of flooding on Fairfield and many of the surrounding communities every time it rains. During the campaign, we heard from residents the toll flooding has taken on them. After we took office in January, we had a meeting with all the mayors and administrators from 15 towns in District 40. During that meeting, Mayor Galise and Administrator Gasparini brought up the closure of Route 46 by Willowbrook Mall and the gridlock experienced in town as a result of that closure, along with the exits on Route 80. As a result, we had numerous conversations with Governor Murphy's Chief of Staff, Diane Sacchetti, to get this issue addressed and ultimately resolved. We are pleased to announce that we have a firm commitment from the governor's administration that this Route 46 project will enter the capital program project delivery process in 2025. In fact, DOT has begun investigation of the causes of the repeated flooding from the engineering standpoint. We are currently coordinating a meeting with the Department of Transportation, their engineers, our office, and representatives from Fairfield to outline the scope of the project. While this project won't be completed overnight, we are pleased that the commitment to fix the flooding issue on Route 46 at Willowbrook will bring relief to the residents of Fairfield and all those who commute on Route 46. Signed, Senator Kristen Corrado, Assemblyman Krista Phillips, and Assemblyman Al Barlis. Great news. It's just something, a little bit of action that we've been trying to get for a while. And as you know, as everyone knows who's tried to negotiate during those floods, Chief, you would, I know firsthand because you took me down there, you just can't get through. And it gridlocks everyone who tries to get off Route 46 and come through Fairfield. It gridlocks our town. And then we have to get permission to close that exit on Route 80. So it becomes quite a mess. If this does happen, I really feel it's a great help. We have to take our hats off and thank Senator Corrado and DePhillips and Barlis, the Assembly, for at least putting this effort out there. This is about as quick as anything has ever been done. And I know, Jim, we've had conversations with them about this and with other issues too, but I really think that this District 40 representation is above and beyond, and we're really grateful, and hopefully we can get something done on this. Anybody have any comments or?
Well, again, I'd have to say the same thing, Bill. You know, for a lot of years, these are things that collectively, you know, as a governing body, we've pushed, we've sat down, we've talked to our state legislative leaders, and you know, to see this so early in their tenure,
Right.
because they're relatively new to this district, I really got to take my hat off to them, and I believe they deserve recognition for that, and it's not only going to benefit the residents of Fairfield, it's going to benefit the whole region, because when you shut down Route 46, it affects everybody.
Correct.
And, I'm just ecstatic that this came through. And, it shows you, I guess, that I guess all our words didn't fall on deaf ears like many times, prior to that we felt like
No, they're very responsive.
Yes.
They really are. They're very responsive.
So that's wonderful.
Okay, great.
It's great news for the town.
It is.
Great news for residents and also for commerce. in town.
Commuters, yeah, commuters, anybody who uses Route 46 will appreciate that. So it's not just Fairfield. It's many of the towns around. Okay, that's my written communication. Do we have any unfinished business? None. New business tonight? Nothing, Jim? Any?
No, Mayor, I would also like to just hold off on ending the meeting. As you know, we pulled item A, which is the memorandum of agreement with the West Essex Police Benevolent Association. There was wording that was incorrect in the MOA. I have reached out to those involved on the police side of it. They realized that there was a mistake that they had made. I'm just waiting. I don't want to vote on it until I have a confirmation email
Okay.
that that wording will be changed. So
wanna
if we can just.
Recess, or how do
Can we
you?
take a little recess?
We could take a little recess, that would be great. I just need the email from them. Our attorney has spoken to their attorney, so we're just waiting for an email now from the members of the negotiating committee.
Okay, before we close the meeting and before we do public comment, then we're gonna take a 10-minute recess. You wanna do that?
All right.
No, I can do that. We're gonna reopen the meeting. We'll do the public comment. Sure, anybody from the public wishing to comment, please come up.
Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. It's been a long day. Just a couple things that I'd like to bring to the mayor and council's attention, as well as the public's, relating to criminal activity, unfortunately. I have two items related to criminal activity that I would like to bring to the attention of the public in the hopes that they will heed our advice on both of them. I certainly want our community to know that these types of crimes are not unique to Fairfield, but remain a problem in many communities. The first is home burglaries. In June of last year, we experienced 2 residential burglaries of occupied homes. Recently, our detectives were able to identify and charge 4 suspects with a variety of crimes in connection with these 2 incidents. Then this year, in the early morning hours of March 15th, we experienced a similar residential burglary of an occupied home. This incident was caught on surveillance video. We posted the video to our website and has since received over 210,000 views, bringing public outrage, shock, and awareness over the brazen action of these criminals. We are asking that residents do the following each and every day to help secure their homes and to make our job easier. First, make sure that car doors are locked and that key fobs are not left in the vehicles. When possible, park vehicles inside of a garage. Make sure all doors and windows to your home are kept locked. When possible, set perimeter home alarm systems. Do not keep key fobs and keys on kitchen tables where they are easily found and taken from. In addition, we encourage the public to write their state legislators over the need to reform bail reform, to reform juvenile justice reform, and to revise laws and consequences relating to these types of crimes. The next one is mail theft. Mail theft has reached epidemic proportions in our area. Over the last few years, residents and business owners of Fairfield have reported checks having been intercepted or stolen from the mail. The checks are then washed in acetone, which eliminates the original amount that the check was made out for. A new amount is put in, and then the check is cashed. In Fairfield alone, since 2022, this activity has resulted in approximately $600,000 worth of theft. While checks are being stolen directly out of residential and postal mailboxes, unfortunately, it has also become readily apparent that this activity may very well involve employees of the post office who serve the West Essex area. Our detectives have been working closely with postal inspectors to try and identify anyone involved in this activity. While we have been able to identify and charge some individuals with cashing some of the stolen and forged checks, those who oversee these organized groups have not yet been identified. The United States Postal Inspection Service has now offered up to $10,000 reward for those responsible for mail theft in the West Essex area. Residents can take some of the following actions to help reduce the likelihood of becoming a victim of mail theft. When writing out checks, use a gel pen, as it's harder to wash. Avoid putting mail into home mailboxes too early, which helps to reduce the time someone has to steal it. Do not use the flag on your mailbox to indicate the presence of outgoing mail. Many people write out all their bills at the end of a month, which criminals realize, and instead they should try to space out the paying of those bills. And personally, I bring my bills outside of the hub that serves our Fairfield area. Lastly, Fairfield remains an extremely safe community. But I do want our residents and business owners to know that our detectives will continue to diligently pursue criminals who may think they have avoided justice. We will hunt them down and will come for them when they least expect it. So thank you for that.
Thanks, Chief. Great reminders and great advice. Are we still,
I was just told that they're sending it now. I don't have it yet, but I'm just waiting.
okay. Okay, well,
Sure.
sure, absolutely.
It might be more of, I'm sorry, Gail Batone, 47 Big Peace Road. I know that we went through this with Route 46 with Jim when you were mayor. Who didn't listen to you? Was it the Corps of Engineers? Because I know you had some ideas and you brought it to them and it fell on deaf ears. Was it more of an engineering problem?
What happened, Gail, was back when we had that major flood, we realized that there was a deflection in the road, and we knew where the problem was. Then they came in with a project to redo the bridge on Passaic, over the Passaic River.
Right.
And when we had met with DOT out there and the other people from the state, we had said to them, you're spending this money to fix the bridge,
Right.
but you have a dip here and it's not going to solve the problem. Yes, your bridge is higher, water's gonna flow better, but we're still gonna have that issue. And at the time, the quote was, it's not in the scope of the work. So they're spending all this money on a bridge replacement, and they weren't willing to spend a little bit more, and everything's already there, so economy of scale, it would have been the right time to do it, and they didn't. And we met with our previous legislators, we've met with everybody in the world over this
Okay.
thing, including, we had Willowbrook owners in the meetings, we were with a federal senator, we tried everything. Well, my hat is also off. I didn't comment before because I didn't know whether it was my place or not, but my hat is off to our 3 new representatives
Okay.
because they have gone above and beyond. They've got this on the docket for the state to get this thing moving forward. It's already in, it's not gonna happen tomorrow, we
Right,
all
right,
understand that.
right.
But guess what, if it's in there and it's in the capital project, it's gonna happen. So
Okay.
I'm looking forward to the day when we're out there meeting with them and going through the process, because this is a big thing. It's not gonna alleviate some of the flooding in town, obviously, but everybody knows what happens when that highway closes down and you can't even get around in
Right,
town.
exactly.
So this will be a big fix for our community.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so I just received the email. Let me just open it up. Okay, they're telling me that this page can be inverted. Let me just check it to make sure it is correct. And it is. So, Mayor, if you could go back to the consent agenda and,
Okay,
please.
it's an Administration Department Resolution A authorizing the memorialize and execute the agreement between the Township of Fairfield and West Essex Policemen's Benevolent Association, Local Number 81.
And Mr.
Call
Mayor,
for a
I
motion.
recommend
I-
that we do have a vote on this
Okay.
because the consent agenda that was voted on previously did not include
All right.
Resolution A.
And Bill, I would say that we say it as revised.
As revised, any questions or comments on consent agenda, letter A?
What we're actually doing, Mayor, is we are swapping page 3 of the one that was signed with the proper page 3 that was just emailed to me.
Okay.
So I would just say as revised. Yeah, that's all.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So, second.
Councilman Campisi, Council President Cifelli.
Councilman Campisi.
Aye.
Council President Cifelli.
Aye.
Councilman McGlynn.
Before I vote, I'm just gonna say that I'm voting in the affirmative, yes, okay, that the MOA as revised, okay, by the, PBA attorney, okay, yes.
Mayor Galise.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay. right, unfinished business, new business, public comment, we've got them all. Our next meeting will be Monday, April 22nd, 2024, in these council chambers at 7 PM. Thank you, everyone.
Mayor, can we
Do I
have?
have a,
Yeah,
do I have a motion to adjourn? Councilman Cifelli, Council President Cifelli.
Second.
Councilman Campisi. Thank you, Peter.
Council President Cifelli.
Aye.
Councilman Campisi.
Aye.
Councilman McGlynn.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye.
Wait a minute, before you shut that down, can you open it up?
Please turn your mics off.